You've probably heard this many, many times. Just elect S Corp status and you'll save on taxes. And in many cases, that's true. But here's the problem. Hello there, Saleem Omar here, CEO, President of Straight Talk CPAs. I'm joined by our Senior Tax Advisor Sabir. Sabir, welcome. You've probably heard this many, many times. Just elect S Corp status and you'll save on taxes. And in many cases, that's true. But here's the problem. It's often applied as a one-size-fits-all solution. And that's where things start to break down.
Yeah, I would say like many times I've heard this. So the reason S corporations are popular is because they can reduce your self-employment taxes, right? So basically, instead of paying taxes on all your profit, you split your profit, that is a net income, between salary and distribution. So that can create a tax savings, specifically the distribution part, right?
So the saving on self-employment tax is Social Security and Medicare tax, which is 15.3. It's 15.3%. So you can save 15.3% on the part that is for distributions. And so break down the profit into salaries, distributions, and save 15.3% self-employment tax on the distributions. So where does it go wrong then?
Yeah, so at a prima facie evaluation, it seems pretty straightforward, right? But here is where it goes wrong. We often see what we call the premature S Corp trap. So that's when a business elects S corporation status too early. I would say way too early, because the income level and structure actually doesn't support it. So while the strategy sounds great, it sounds right, but the benefit is limited and it increases the more complex it is.
Yeah, we've seen situations where a business elects S Corp status early. Yeah, revenue is like still developing and margins are not that strong yet. And now they have, really three things the way I see it. They've got a payroll requirement, they've got additional tax filings, and they've got a compliance cost. So instead of creating clarity, it actually does what? It adds complexity, and the expected savings did not fully materialize.
I totally agree there. So apart from premature S Corp election, another issue is what we call the reasonable salary problem. So when you elect S Corp status, the owners are required to pay themselves a reasonable salary, right? But many business owners either underestimates it or they don't define it properly, and that creates a significant risk, because that's where the IRS can come to define the reasonableness of your salary, of the owner's salary. And because if the salary isn't aligned with reality, so it can become an issue later, because I would say like another the important factor is reasonableness here. So they have kept it open. So to define it properly and to make it consistent with the profit, it can save a lot of complexities and a lot of risk afterwards. So now to be clear, there are situations where S Corp works very well. So typically when the business is having a consistent profits, like it's consistently profitable
year after year.
Yeah,
year after year. Okay.
So income is high enough to justify a reasonable salary, and tax savings outweighs the added complexity, right? So as you said, it adds the compliance cost, payroll filings, W2 issuance, so everything. So when those costs outweighs by tax savings from self-employment, so that's when S Corp works really very well. So in those cases, it can be a very effective strategy. And I would say like one of the tools we use with client is what we call a tax planning window. Right? So we look at the client's tax position at a key points during the year. So that's usually a mid-year and the year end. So it enables us to take decisions proactively rather than reactively.
Minimum twice a year, huh? Mid-year and end of the year is what you just referred to as the tax planning window. Yeah. And I mean, to add what you shared, and I feel this is really the bigger insight, is tax strategies don't exist in isolation. They need to align with income, they need to align with the business structure and with the long-term goals, because when they don't, you end up going the other way, which is more complexity, without the clear benefit. So there's one idea to take away. It's this. An S Corp is not a strategy. It's a tool. And like any tool, it only works when used in the right context. Because good tax planning isn't about applying popular strategies. It's about making decisions that fit the structure of the business. And when the alignment is there, that's when you get real tax efficiency and a business that's built to endure.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For personalized tax strategies and expert guidance, scan the QR codes on your screen to visit our website or book a complimentary consultation with our team. Thanks for watching.